Hi there, I am live. I think I'm live. Let's go to the... Actually, I kind of did, Dave. I did a stream during the... I did a Patreon stream on Friday, and I plan to do a live stream here on the... when I was doing these here videos. But unfortunately, yesterday, I got... well, not unfortunately. Me and my better half decided to watch some WrestleMania yesterday. So what ended up happening is I didn't get to make my video yesterday, so I'm doing a lot of that today. I'll be talking about like the sales, and we're talking about Severin's announcements. I'm going to be doing a focus on 88Films as well, because I think that their company hasn't been focused on enough, as well as talking about, hey there, Frankie, as well as talking about Severin and what the mother. All right, there we go. For those that can't tell, aside from, is there any way to fix that? I got like one stream coming in through, one like light that's coming in right directly through through that there. I'm going to show you guys something for a second. So we are going to be talking about 88Films in a second. Hey there, very welcome. Hey there, Cinematic Collector. Hey, Alan. So what my better half's doing right now, why you're not seeing us on screen, is because we're trying to fix something, which it hasn't been done yet, because we can see it's the that one right there. Look, not on camera right now. The cat is screwed with that one. That's where he goes, and because of it, it's made videos for me very hard sometimes. No, it's still going through. Say. All right. Hey, Carrie. So,
is it better?
Not really, but we're going to go with it. I'll show you. So right there, as you can see, is where in the background there's a little bit of like a part where there's light. There's actually more light than there was before. And my better half is actually working on getting that done. So we'll go to the... I'm trying to get that done. Oh, I don't know. I can't tell. I guess we're on screen, right? I'm a little annoyed with the fact that my screen...
Just move yourself.
I'm trying to remove myself, but I'm not able to do it. Hold on a second.
Aaron.
Add stream. And let's do that. There we go.
Okay.
Just move myself. That's going to put it right in the light. I will show it to you. Hold on. That's okay, I guess.
It's better.
But I hate the fact that I'm in the back. That's the background. Okay, perfect. Good. Shut the blinds backwards. Unfortunately, not something we can do with these blinds. Did the best that I could, but we're going to have to go with it like that, because shag it. Anyway, I am Aaron. Welcome to the Cult of Cinema. And what we're doing today is we're going to be talking about a couple different things, and I got to stay up here because there's a really bad light right in the background right there. This is one of the reasons I don't normally do videos in the daytime, even though I know that I can get more viewers when I do videos in the day. It's basically because of this piece of crap. Like,
you can also, like completely turn so that you're...
I could, but it'd be really hard to do.
It's gonna be hard.
Hold on a second, guys. We're going to try something else.
Just move yourself. Right here. There. Try now.
Let's see. Okay, now we're, aside from that unstable part there, we're should be okay. There we go. What do you think? Better? Now you can see more of my stuff in the background a bit. So we'll go with that. All right. Let's do this right. So today we are going to be talking about 88Films. We're talking about Severin's recent announcements. We are also going to be... are you going upstairs? You're leaving me? She's leaving us, guys. I am not happy with that. Dave, also, the best way to contact me until I can actually get a good email, which I can send you, if you're on Twitter or on Instagram, because Dave asked me like for contact information like yesterday, last video. Just send me a message. Then look more like Santa Claus. Well, that's it, dude. The beard is growing out a bit, and I'm kind of liking it actually. They're upset that you're going.
I'll be back.
She'll be back. She'll be back. But yeah, message me through either Twitter or Instagram. I'm pretty certain, frankly, there's going to be a volume for Forgotten Jelly. Now, there is a Jelly like volume coming out. I don't think it's Forgotten Jelly though, but there is a Spanish horror Italian Jello mixture box that's supposedly coming out near the end of the year, and that I'm kind of excited about. I think it's around not July. The July box set has been like pushed back. We don't know what's coming on in July. Initially, when they announced the back when they did the sale, or did the pre-order, they gave us like the whole like year little rundown of 2021 for Vinegar Syndrome. Don't do Twitter. Well, if you contact me through Instagram, Dave, I'll give you my email through there, because I just didn't want to put it in randomly into Facebook, but I can get into here until I get one of my business emails. But I'll give you my email through there. Hey there, Brian. We got Brian Sauer from Just to This podcast, Pure Cinema podcast, and Just to This YouTube channel, who did a really cool video recently, which I did get a chance to watch a bit of, but last night was WrestleMania night, day one, so I was doing that. So I'll respond on that a little bit later on. It was really good, actually. I was surprised, although they made a mistake with Drew McIntyre. I'm going to say that right now. But today we are talking about some things. Some of you guys are going to know some of the stuff that we're talking about today because I did a Patreon video. For those that are not a part of the Crimson Cult Patreon channel but are thinking about it, I have upped the amount of live videos that I'm doing on my Patreon channel. So at least one every 2 weeks. If I can get enough patrons, I'll go to one every 1 week, because that means I'm going to be buying StreamYard. September. Thank you, Shadow. You always know this stuff. So, hey there, Antoine. Welcome. Euro Horror Jello set. That's what I'm excited about. So September, that one's coming out. These are the many reasons that I'm trying to. I'm doing the thing. The donation button is down in the link. Link is right down there. If you want to donate to the channel, at this point, bypass Super Chat, please. Use the donation link in the link down below. I'm trying to get enough up so I can actually do the halfway subscription, and seeing if you guys can help me with that, because I got hit hard again, and that was fun. I told you guys about it already, so we're not going to talk about that. As always, Matthew's right. Please like, share, subscribe. If you're one of 25 people here and there's only 5 of you that are actually cool enough to actually hit the like button, what the heck are the other 20 people doing? One person left because of that. Well, I am so sad. Thank you, Brian. Yeah, I do, and I do have some videos coming out this week for the Patreon that I've been working on there as well. So we'll be checking on a lot of that stuff and getting a lot of that done. Now, I will get this up here, and let's see. So let's, just in case, Ryan, I threw you a wrench because I got a feeling. I got a suspicious feeling. And I was right. So what we're doing right now, just so you know, is we took someone out. The person was here before, and just to put it to you in the nicest way possible, and this is the only thing I'm going to say, is that if you're going to come on here and troll me with the keyboard, you better be willing to back it up in person, because I will kick your butt in real life, because I'm from Newfoundland and we do that shit. All right, now back to the happiness. Okay, let's look at the Severin announcement first. Then we'll go into the 88 film stuff that I want to talk about, because there is some interesting stuff there. I don't think that they're getting enough play recently. So we're going to dig into that stuff. Thank you, Frank. I truly appreciate that, man. All right, so as you can see, I'm up at the 88 Films page right now. But what we're going to do first is we're going to look at the Severin stuff. I actually mentioned this before. There are 3 titles. I'll be honest with you. I know that Brian is like kind of was super excited about like one of these, like about the Siege one. But overall, this is the bundle for July. It ensures me that I'll have more money in July. That's one thing. That's it. They're the original. What do you call it again? I know what you did last summer, which we're going to talk about a little bit, actually. Original Fisherman. So we got Skinned Alive here, which is a bit of a gore fest film. If you are a gore fan, you're probably going to really enjoy this. It's got Warwick Davis in it. We've got Born for Hell, which is I don't know how I feel about Born for Hell. It kind of deals with the Richard Speck story, except it takes it into kind of a war setting. Actually, I love Raven Banner. I would definitely highlight Raven Banner one of these. I do collect a lot of their stuff because, as you know, I'm in Canada, and so Raven Banner is kind of, they do a lot of the stuff that doesn't get over here by Screen Factory. Siege, and Siege is the third one. This is the one that Brian from Just the Disc is actually excited about. Siege is actually filmed 4 hours away from me in Halifax, Nova Scotia. And it's an interesting little title. It basically deals with there was a police strike in Halifax that lasted 42 days. Oh, don't ignore him. It's a troll, Joel. He was in here before. He was in here I think second or third last time. Pretty much, what's the word I'm trying to think? Somebody without a life that comes onto other people's streams to basically try and validate themselves, but they don't do it. Did I get your Twitter message? I don't think I did, actually. Did you send me a Twitter message? I didn't get a Twitter message, Wheels. Yes, I did. Wait a second. Yes, I did. What do I know about this? Okay, now I got it. Sometimes my Twitter messages are going late. We'll be looking at that, actually. The Eurocrypt of Christopher Lee. We're looking at that today, since we're into the whole Severin thing. I do have a couple mods, Dave. Here, and some of them are here. I threw a wrench to Brian today because so I didn't get too distracted. But I will eventually. I'll be like Jay and Silent Bob at the end of the first movie. I'll win a lot of money, and then I'll like track down their IPs and go and see what people say to my face. Such a violent person today. Oh my God, what's wrong with me? Yeah, he'll come in under another name more than likely if he does it for a third time. Sometimes he only do it twice. Sometimes I do it for a third time. If they do, then then we'll definitely, me and Brian will do a beatdown. It's a Vincent Price. Well, you mean Christopher Lee, right? I think the Eurocrypt is definitely worth it. All right, so we got the 2 cuts of the film there for Siege. A theatrical 84-minute cut, an extended 93-minute cut, a trailer, limited edition slipcover, reversible art. Not a lot of features actually for Siege. Actually, I'm surprised. This was discovered in a Nova Scotia archive, so kind of cool. Now I can't look at these the same way that I looked at them on the other on the Patreon stream, because on Patreon stream I can get more uncut. So I would tape it just for my own sake. Born for Hell is again, this one was done in Montreal. So there's 2 Canadian ones. Kind of exploitation here. This one does have features though, which actually is kind of interesting. So we got The Other Side of Midnight. Sorry, Side of Midnight. This is the film. Outside the Mirror, interview with actor Metho. I'm going to get the name wrong. Nightmare Chicago. Remembering the Richard Speck crime spree. I was very young when the Richard Speck crime spree happened, but I do remember it. And that's one of the things that bothers me about the film. It's like it's a little too close to home. And I know somebody on here said that their mother-in-law, I think, or mother, like basically worked with some of the nurses here, so they knew some people that happened to. A New Kind of Crime, Richard Sprexy, Once Upon a Crime podcaster, bombing here, shooting there, video essay by Chris O'Neill, artist Joe Coleman on Spec. So I'm interested in that release. I just it hits way too close to home. I'm from Newfoundland, and there was a big crime actually when I was a kid, which was the Marilyn Ann Newman case. And you probably haven't heard of it because it was a local crime, but basically it was somebody that I think it was related to, actually. Newfoundland, we're all related. So she was working at the gas bar at our next to our local mall, and she disappeared. So for about, I think it's about a week, there was like a hunt and a search to see if they could find her, see what happened to her. Unfortunately, they found her and it wasn't good. She'd been murdered. They found the 2 scum that did it, and those guys had actually been part of the search party. So I'm not sure. True crime with me sometimes. Sometimes I'm okay with it. Other times, when it's closer, like, then that makes it a little bit rougher. When the whole Carla Malco, Paul Bernardo thing went on, my sister was living in the area during the time that he was, when it was so yeah, there you go. You learned a lot more about me than you thought you would. Oh, here's Skin Deep. So we got a limited 2,000 units here. Bonus CD soundtrack there for Skin Deep. I don't remember the music to Skin Deep. I've got the DVD. I don't have the Blu-ray of this one. And I got an old DVD of this one here with a very different cover. You get a look back on Skin Deep with writer, producer, director Gabe Bartalis, actors Jay Dugry and Carolyn Brandt, and weapons machinist Jake Lee, audio commentary with cast and crew, archival making of featurette, and a CD soundtrack. So that's kind of cool. I kind of dig that. I like that. But honestly, none of these are ones that I am going to be honest with you and say, none of these are ones that I would grab pre-order. None of these are pre-orders for me. They've had some good stuff in like recent time where I thought, okay, that's kind of a pre-order. I feel like I'd be missing out if I missed this one. But absolutely neither one of those seem like a pre-order. Like if you really want Skin Deep, like I guess out of the 3 of them, that's limited. But all the rest of them seems to me like, and this is just me. Like you can wait. Like it's a Black Friday pickup. Sometimes they're like podcasts will sell me on the films. This time, not so much. But I do enjoy their podcast. They have a very different podcast. Severin does. That's because they do pretty much a hype podcast, and then they'll like the second half is like music. So this is Your Crypt to Christopher Lee. I was asked about this one here. So this includes not just like some films, but actually a complete TV series as well that's never been released before. So this is actually kind of a cool one. We got Cast of Living Dead here. We have Crypt of the Vampire. I love these covers, by the way. Challenge the Devil. Absolutely adore this cover. Sherlock Holmes and the Deadly Necklace, directed by Terrence Fisher. This is where it gets a little bit. You guys know from the private, like the Patreon stream, why I'm a little bit angry about this one. Theater Macabre is a series that he did, and we'll talk about that one a little bit more. And of course, Torture Chamber Dr. Sadum has been upgraded to a nice Blu-ray as opposed to the initial edition that we got before. So let's look down at these featurettes and see what we got here. So Cast of Living Dead from 1964, now scanned in 4K from the original Italian OCN for the first time ever. You're going to get an audio commentary with Mondo Digital's Nathaniel Thompson and film writer Troy Haworth, an audio commentary with Kat Ellinger. Two amazing audio commentaries. Gotta love Kat, gotta love Nathaniel and Troy. They do some great stuff. From the Castle to the Academy, interview with master producer Paul Maslansky. Castle of the Mystery Man, Robert Curdy, author of Mavericks of Italian Cinema. He also comes with a CD soundtrack as well. So this one here is one that I really think is worth it. Comes with a CD soundtrack. Next up is Challenge of the Devil, which I'm pretty sure has, it's another Italian one. Good one. So we got Robert Curdy, author of Mavericks of Italian Cinema, Importance of Being Giorgio, and with Giorgio Ardesana over 2 decades. Crypt of the Vampire, again, we're getting both of these, both Challenge and Crypt, I have a 2K scan for the Crypt, from a fine grain master print, and for Challenge is from the original OCN from Italy. Crypt just gets you a trailer, nothing else for that one. No features at all on Sherlock Holmes and Deadly Necklace. 2K scan from the German negative. Yes, there. Oh wait, I apologize. Yes, there is. There is an audio commentary with Kim Newman and Barry Forshaw. So that's actually a really good thing. So disc 5 and 6 is the TV series Theater Macabre. Well, at least the surviving episodes of Theater Macabre, which are 24. There are 24 episodes. And this was a series that was done in, I'm not sure, Poland, maybe? I got a feeling this was done in Poland. And a promo with Christopher Lee for the special feature. But it's a 24-episode series. It's never been released before, so it's been largely remained unseen in brief airings on American TV in 1971, the year I was born, so 50 years ago, so. You can imagine how. Now we get disc 7, which is the Torture Chamber Dr. Sadism, of course, with Lex Barker and Karen Dorr. This one here got a new scan from a 4K from the German negative of the film. Special features abound in this one here. Audio commentary with Nathaniel Thompson, Troy Haworth. Audio commentary with audio interview with actress Karen Dorr. Location featurette, theatrical trailers, teaser trailers. There's the German Super 8 Digest short. There's 2 German Super 8 Digest shorts, poster gallery, behind the scenes, stills gallery, and restoration slideshow. But that's not all. There's actually an 8th disc here, Relics from the Crypt, which is special features. It's a bonus features disc. There's 9 discs, actually. We'll get to that afterward. The Horror 1964 Swiss documentary shot with Christopher Lee, Boris Karloff, Vincent Price, Roger Corman, and Roy Ashton. That's actually pretty cool. Behind the Mask, Christopher Lee remembers Boris Karloff, new edit of an unfinished 1991 documentary. There is a Cinescope 1976 Belgian TV interview. It runs 52 minutes long. Colin Grimshaw interviews Christopher Lee. 1985 audio interview with Christopher Lee, accompanied by stills from Del Vell Archive and video introduction with David DeVell. Monsters and Vampires interview with pioneering horror monster movie historian Alan Frank. The Crypt Keepers making of the Crypt of the Vampire featurette with Ernesto Gastaldi, assistant director Tonio Valeri, and film historian Fabio Mele. O Solo Mio, It's Now or Never, and She'll Fall for Me, Christopher Lee and Gary Curtis music videos. Outtakes from To the Devil a Daughter, Theater of Death 2001 DVD interview session covering the most frightening films ever, Black Masses, Police Academy, 7, and more. University College of Dublin, 2011 Q&A with Chris Lee, and as mentioned up there before, the soundtrack to the Castle of the Living Dead is included. So I would say overall, Wheels, you got a pretty stacked release, definitely worth picking up. You guys are super quiet, by the way. So for those that are wondering if the Eurocrypt of Christopher Lee is worth getting, I would 110% say not only is it worth getting, but it's above the Milligan set for me. But they're both really, really great sets. But maybe I should stop talking for a second and let somebody else speak, since absolutely I'm not sure if you guys are still here or not, because nobody has typed anything in the last 10 minutes. And I'm not that enthralled. Oh, wait, yes, they have. How come the messages are not coming to me? Ezra Levant was arrested in Montreal yesterday. Excellent, alongside the Rebel. Wait a minute, Ezra Levant? Who's Ezra Levant? Rebel News staff? Why were they arrested? Okay, I'm behind on this, Joel. Most Wanted Non-Vinegar Cinder box set. It is a good set. Missed opportunity to not do it in the shape of a crypt. I agree, Sentiment Tech. That would have been a great idea. For some reason, I was waiting to see your messages come up, and I think, oh yes, it did. My computer froze, so absolutely zero freaking messages were showing up. So I thought you guys weren't saying anything. I was feeling. Oh, were the anti-mask people? Yes. Not a problem, Christian. I actually appreciate you coming in for it. I realize I have an evil laugh. One thing that I wanted to talk about too today was 88 Films. And the reason for that is I haven't really focused on them much in a while. But I have a birthday gift coming from George, who's not here this morning, when it gets released, actually. So we pre-ordered the box set, the Urban Legend box set. So I wanted to talk about that Urban Legend set. I wanted to look at 88 Films overall. So for a rare time, you're going to see kind of a dive into on a Sunday. I used to do Monday like website dives, and I really enjoyed doing them. And like people kind of stopped watching them as much. I know that Brian did, because Brian actually did a video on his Andy Milligan set, which is really good. And so did Michael Keane. I think he's still here. I think he's here. Also did an unboxing with his father-in-law and his little kid as well. So there's a few unboxings that definitely to check out. So make sure you check out both their box set unboxings, because each one is extremely interesting. So let's go into there, see what's they got on sale right now, and let's dive in and look at 88 Films and see why I think they should be talked about. Editing. I understand editing payment. So 88 Films, of course, is a company out of the UK, and I was thinking about this the other night and trying to give like an equivalent in North America to what 88 Films is. Yeah, Master Chaos, he did too, yeah. And that was and I watched all three, and I was sad because I did not have the set. Time to go make money. I know what that's like. But the best thing that I can equate 88 Films to is, I'm going to say this, some people are not going to be extremely liking of this. But 88 Films is if Scream Factory did it better. That's what I think of 88 Films. Not just Scream Factory. If Shout Factory in general did an even better job, we'd call them 88 Films. We went to the 88 Films website. That's what we're looking at right now, Matt. So 88 Films has been very diversified in their releases. We are going to go over their Asia collection, their 88 Films Vault, their slasher classics, their Italian MGM collection. But first of all, what we'll do is go over their coming soon, their last chances, and that type of stuff. So let's go to coming soon first. See what's coming out from 88Films. Stuff you can pre-order, stuff you might be interested in. Some of them, if they got 888.88, that means they're just not orderable yet, which is perfectly fine. At least you know. Lots of the 88Films overlap with Severin. They do, actually. So you have to be careful which one you want to get. So unable to be ordered yet, but I think this is kind of a cool one. Let me know what you guys think. I never thought this would get a deluxe edition, but here it is right here. It is Short Circuit 2. I remember seeing both Short Circuit films, like Circuit Theater, actually. Short Circuit is actually the first Short Circuit, one of the most watched films ever had in theater. Basically, because the week that I saw it with my cousin, and then a second cousin came up the next day and had to go to the theater with her, and we watched Short Circuit as well because that's what she wanted to see. And then over the next 3 nights, had 3 different dates with 3 different girls, and all 3 of them wanted to see Short Circuit. So I saw Short Circuit 5 days in a row. The original, and I do remember liking the second one as well. I actually used to have the single, the LP single for Who's Johnny, done by, of course, by the Barge. But here we go, Short Circuit 2. This is the sequel to Short Circuit. We've got a rigid slipcase here, new artwork, 80-page book on Short Circuit, double-sided poster, 6 art cards. Loving like the packaging of this. Let's see if they got features on here. Eyeball is fantastic. I gotta get Eyeball. So we got new feature and commentary with director Kenneth Johnson. Kenneth Johnson directed this? This is, correct me if I'm wrong, but could it be? So I don't want to make a mistake, but Kenneth Johnson has like TV ringing through my head. And is it that Kenneth Johnson? Sorry, guys. Yeah, it is that Kenneth Johnson. Excellent. So Kenneth Johnson did a lot of stuff, including, of course, V, the Curse of Dracula series that came on the Cliffhangers. Bionic Woman, worked on, I'm pretty sure, Incredible Hulk as well, Alien Nation. Anyway, very excited about that. So there's a ton of features on it. New feature Ignitor commentary. Here's Johnny, new interview with director Kenneth Johnson. I really want to watch that. Nuts and Bolts, writing Short Circuit 2, a new interview with screenwriters Brent Maddock, S.S. Wilson, storyboards, sequences with director commentary. Never before seen rehearsal videos. Extensive behind-the-scenes photo gallery, gag reel, actor profile with Fisher Stevens, original theatrical trailer, reversible sleeve featuring brand new artwork and classic original poster art, which is actually kind of cool to see. This is a Region B release, so make sure you're Region Free if you're picking this up. Although some of these are marked Region Free, Region B, but tend to be Region Free. Next up is one that my good friend George has pre-ordered for me, and I'm extremely excited about, and it is this one right here. It is the Urban Legend, the complete collection as of right now. As we know, as Jamie mentioned, it's unfortunately not him, but there is a new Urban Legend film being made. Dealing, I think, with more of the urban legend style of what's the word I'm looking for, or urban legend, like internet urban legends. I wonder what the ratio is between sci-fi versus horror films. That's a good question. As you can see here, this is a 4-disc set, rigid slipcase with brand new art, 6 art cards, 44-page booklet, double-sided photo poster. Includes the Urban Legacy documentary that was on the Scream Factory edition, an 8-part documentary and making of Urban Legend, 147 minutes altogether. So some incredibly cool stuff. Now, Steve Gutman was only in the first one, Carrie. The second one, we get the guy Fisher Stevens. It was in the first one, but he takes over the lead in this one. Being a big Fisher Stevens fan, I'm actually okay with that. And look at the artwork on this box set. Gotta say, it's extremely impressive. Feature-wise on here, we got another commentary with director Jamie Blanks, producer Michael McDonald, and assistant Edgar Pablos. Other commentary with director Jamie Blanks, writer Silvio Horta, and actor Michael Rosenbaum. That's going to be good because Michael Rosenbaum is good in anything. Can you get rid of your screen? Actually, let me look. I'll check for you. I don't know if I would, but you might be able to. You might be able to flip it. Auto commentary with Hysteria Continues. Not sure if that's on the other one. Slasher Loving Podcast. There's the Urban Legend 8-part documentary on the making of Urban Legend, which is, I think, it's the second disc of the Scream Factory one. Plus behind the scenes footage, archival making a feature, deleted scenes, TV spots. Love the Bonnie Tyler song. Gag reel. We got here a high definition Blu-ray for that part, Auto commentary with director John Ottoman. Auto commentary with The Hysteria Continues. The Slasher Loving Podcast. The Legend Continues. Urban Legend's Final Cut. Interview with actress Jessica Caulfield. She's highly underrated, by the way. Deleted scenes with optional commentary. Archival making a featurette. And of course, Urban Legend's Bloody Mary, which, as far as I know, if it had a Blu-ray release, then I'm unaware of it. Audio commentary by director Marilyn Bear directed that, and film historians Dave Wayne, Maddie Wodrask, and making of Urban Legend Bloody Mary. So let's go over quickly to the. I got it upstairs, but I don't want to leave you guys for that long. Let's go to the Shout Factory Urban Legend release. And let's see what they list as their special features. Bonus materials here up to 4.5 hours. So let's just see. So we have the audio commentary here, moderated by Peter Brack, of course, who's a great friend to Jamie. We got both audio commentaries here. So both audio commentaries are listed there. We got the Urban Legacy here, behind the scenes footage. Not sure if they have the extended interviews though. So I would, if you're a big fan of this like I am, just keep it until and check to see if the extended interviews are there. I don't know if I've actually seen Bloody Mary all the way through, Michael, to be bluntly honest with you. So I got it. I own the film. But moving away from the slasher aspect of it was something that I was iffy about. So I don't know if I actually made it through. On part 2, we get the interview, we get the Urban Legend cuts final. Urban Legend, The Legend Continues final cut. I don't think that was on this. Let me say. Yes, we do get the final cut here. Nice, because that was actually a pretty big one as well. So it looks like you're good with probably getting rid of part 2. But I would probably keep part 1. Yes, really? From what I remember. You got to be complete. Completionist. For those, if you haven't noticed the difference in the lighting on this video, which I'm hoping you have, hard to tell in the daytime though. Thanks to my Patreon support, I was able to pick up a decent ring light. So rather than taking my entire lamp, which is heavy as hell, and dragging it over here every single time I made a video, I now have a ring light here that has different like colors and all the type of stuff that I can use and different effects. So kind of cool to finally have a ring light and one of those things that most people get initially. But I tried to focus on getting actual films first, so, and eventually ring light came around. Siege, is that the one? Is that the one? Good. If that is good. Good memory, Craig. All right, so I am on the wrong page. The red, well, the red light can come on when I'm on a Patreon. I'm doing like the whole what's the word? When I'm doing the Cults of Cinema uncensored version, and I'm doing like the. Of course, I got the purple light, man. I'm not a savage. I've got the purple light. All right, Legionnaire is coming up from 88 Films. 88 Films are doing a bunch. If you are a fan of Jean-Claude Van Damme, if you like JCVD, 88 Films are doing Jean-Claude Van Damme, and they're doing him right. They're giving him like kind of like limited edition slipcase units. A lot of times they'll have booklets, posters in here as well. 2 audio commentaries, interview with the director, interview with the second unit director, interview with the stunt coordinator. I'm a huge stunt person, so I like that. An interview with composer John Altman. So we'll just take a look at this for a second. I'm a huge Jean-Claude Van Damme fan, so for me, this is like the bee's knees. It's Jean-Claude Van Damme. Like 9 chances out of 10, silly is going to be super in the title. Yeah, exactly. Somebody remember. That's the thing. Like I say, and I do not say it in jest. I learned a lot of stuff from you guys. Oh, you got your Prito Durango. Joel, I'm sure you've already seen 30 Cons, but if you haven't, check it out. Probably one of the best shows I've watched in a long time. Great film all the way, great series all the way through. Snake in the Eagle's Shadow. We got a Jackie Chan one, and is getting all the sexy. Yes, is getting a sexy release. Probably not. I don't think so. I don't think anybody could have like thought back then we're going to get releases like this. So the Snake in the Eagle's Shadow gets a brand new artwork from RP Kung Fu Bob O'Brien. We got limited edition folded poster and 4 collectible art cards as well. I love this here. So you got the Cantonese mono, the Mandarin mono, the classic English dub of it, newly remastered English subtitles, audio commentary by Asian experts Mike Leader and Aaron Venema, audio commentary with actor stuntmans. There's a ton of features on here. If they remake like 30 Kinds, and they'll probably do it because they're concerned that we can't read like subtitles and stuff like that, Joel. I can actually see like maybe maybe De Niro or somebody, or even Triple H with the big beard on, playing the priest part. Trash. We're looking at 88 Films today. As you can see, they're doing the JCVD Ultimate Collection. So let's go over to their last chance releases. So because these here are ones that are once they're gone, they're gone. They're not coming back. Last chance to buy them. Basically, they're either out of licenses or they have a couple copies left and they'll shortly be out of license. When they are gone, they are gone. So any here that are listed as out of stock now are out of stock already, and they will not be coming back. So there is a Blu-ray for adult. Oh, definitely. Way better than Seagal. Way more interesting than Seagal, too. Adult Fairy Tales, which is, of course, the kind of the softcore fairy tale one done for adults. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's $6.99. It's a great price. If you want to grab some of the Asia releases that are going at a print, you can see the Ghost Lovers is here and the Enchanted Ghosts. By the way, if you're in Canada, I think international at least, I think if you buy over £100 worth of stuff on here, shipping is free. I actually really like that. We got both the DVD of Dogs for $3.99 if you want to get it that way, or the Blu-ray of Dogs for $6.99. That's basically, as you say, £7. There's Casino Tycoon is £3. The Casino Tycoon on Blu-ray is it's just £5 actually. The Brave Archer is an interesting one actually, and this one is going up for a DVD for $3. Too bad the Blu-ray is gone. We got Bewitched here for $3 and $7 for the Blu-ray. The Bride from Hell Blu-ray is there for $7. The DVD is there for Adult Fairy Tales, which is $3. Enigma, their edition was only the DVD though. And only the DVD for Massacre in Dinosaur Valley, and only the DVD for Absurd. But as you can see, the Short Netted Glass Dolls was put by Twilight Time as well. Gets a Blu-ray here for £7. Mad Dog Killer is here, which is £10. Cuba is $2.50. That's cheap for Cuba. Emmanuel and the Last Cannibal there is £7. SS Experiment Camp is £3 for $7 for the Blu-ray. Zombie Flesh Eaters for the DVD is £3. And I'll let you know that it's got a really good documentary on there worth checking out. And A Blade in the Dark is £7. So that's a ton of stuff, guys. Let's go through their collections next. So hopefully, if you guys are enjoying this, and there's 40 of you there, and only 15 of you, a mere 15, have hit the like button yet. Only 15 of you have hit the like button. More of you people have talked than have hit the like button. Just putting that out there. Over $100 cinematic collector, I think shipping is free. £100. I'll check afterwards. No, let's check now because you want to know. We'll check free now. I love. You have a lot of like kind of comical stuff here. Like, is the money taken straight away when I pre-order? Yes, it is. Well, I get a tracking number unless it's over £100. Can I request the title for release? Thanks for the suggestions. We'll look into it. Can I change my login details? Why coffee pics? We like coffee. Can I get naked pics for you too? We get sick of being asked this. So yeah, there you go. But as for shipping, it's here somewhere. So let's look at the delivery policy and see what we can find out for shipping. So domestic shipping is free for Royal Mail and $2.50 when I get parcel force. International shipping used to be free. It's not anymore, apparently. £16 track shipping, £25 for international fast shipping, which will arrive within a week. So, wow. At one point, the used to be £100 over would give you free shipping. Not anymore, unfortunately. But £16 track shipping. Yeah, if you live in the UK, it's free over 100 over. But unfortunately, we don't live in the UK, so well, some of you guys do. I don't. Let's start with the Slasher Classics collection. Exactly, £16 isn't really that bad for track shipping, if it's if you're getting some good titles. I'll always check for you, man. So right here, there was initially a big box set of I Know What You Did Last Summer. I missed out on this. I am so sad because I actually don't have I Know What You Did Last Summer at all, except I think on an old DVD release of this. You scroll up the top, it says free shipping for, scroll up top. See, I can't see it right now because where I'm sharing, there's the share application. If I hit that, I won't be sharing the screen anymore. But thank you for letting us know that on the part that I can't see. Yeah, exactly. There's a feature-length documentary on Enigma. So they are putting out I Know What You Did Last Summer as just a 3-disc edition without the without the hard box and the separate cases. They're putting it out as a slimline release. All the features that were on the original release are there. All 3 discs with all the features. So if you missed out on getting I Know What You Did Last Summer, the really cool edition with postcards and all that cool stuff, then you can pick up this here release, which is probably how I'm going to get it. When I got the bones for this one, I'm going to actually reach out to one of my friends in the UK and get them the money or something to get this for me if it's available. Because I'm guessing it's going to show up at a FOP somewhere. So I Know What You Did Last Summer is here with a bunch of features. So it's part 2. Did part 1 ever get a Blu-ray release? Because I don't remember getting a Blu-ray release. I remember a Blu-ray release for part 2, but I don't remember a Blu-ray release for part 1. So yeah, I'm trying to remember. And part 3 didn't deserve a Blu-ray release, but I like the other one. I'm a completionist, so I would love to have the set. So as you can see, the Urban Legend sets there. This is the one that I recommended. This came up from Scorpion Releasing, but it's also here as well. Now, you got to remember, too, that they do a ton of sales on 88Films, so keep an eye out for their sales. But this is an excellent one by Nico Mastrakis, one that I really love. I think our Brit friends have better and more choice in boutique labels. Yes, 110% yes. Joel, the way that I collected films changed dramatically once I went region free. Falcon Winter Soldier is an excellent series, by the way. Hey there, Chris. Welcome, man. I just watched the 4th episode on Friday, and wow, I won't give away anything away. Wow, what a great one. Oh, they got all 4 parts. Wow. Okay. Sorry, I got excited there for a second, guys. So I really like this film, Blind Date. It stars Joseph Bottoms, who was, I guess, most popular for Santa Barbara. He played a villain on Santa Barbara. But it's got Kirstie Alley in this one here, from Cheers, of course, on Star Trek. Marina Sirtis, also from Star Trek Next Generation. She has a small role, a nude role. You do have to watch it, man. I don't find it bland at all, man. I think it's kind of telling the story, in my opinion, of what it's like when a soldier comes home from war and dealing with PTSD and kind of globalization. I can't lie and say, like, I get where the Flag Smasher is coming from. I kind of do, actually. It's layered that way, as Ben Stiller would say. So what's neat about this is the Scorpion release of this one that I bought had the films of Nico Mastrakis Part 1. So it was a pretty long, like, documentary thing. So like 35, 40 minutes long, talked about these early films. But they also listed that there was like 4, let you know that 4 parts to the documentary. So all 4 parts are here. Now, only 1 part is on the Scorpion releasing title that I got, but all 4 parts of the documentary are here. But the only thing that bothers me, John, is like people like or dislike things. Okay, that's fine. But when people got mad at Wyatt Russell because the way that he's playing a character, not understanding like who the character is and that this is the way the character is meant to be played, and start sending them death threats, yeah, that crap does not jive with me, man. Wyatt Russell does a great job of playing John Walker, who I'm actually a big fan of U.S. Agent, to be honest with you. I just fear that they're going to make U.S. Agent like completely evil, and he's not. Like, what happens? I won't give it away, but what happens at the end of episode 4 is very similar to what happens to him in the comic books after his parents are killed. But he's able to come back from that. Michael, I think both me and you know exactly the type of people that are hating on it. And we know the other things that they hate on as well. Wyatt Russell looks so much like Kurt Russell, by the way. I love the cover for Darkroom. This is actually way better than the Vinegar Syndrome cover. Because I hated the Vinegar Syndrome cover for Darkroom. Nika Masterakis. Slipcase. Wow, Slipcase. 4 collectible postcards. By the way, the last one that we looked at there. It has 4, like the blind date has 4 erotic postcards. So those are going to be cool. Like if these ever go on sale, I'm grabbing these. I won't go there through everyone like that, but just want to show you. Well, you got to get the U.S. agent first. Like eventually, I think if they don't like go like different with it, like we'll get to U.S. agent and who he is, and he's U.S. agent's a jerk. Like he's supposed to be a jerk, much like when you're watching Guy Gardner, like reading Guy Gardner comics. Yeah, he's an ass because that's what he's supposed to be. That's what John Walker is very much the militaristic guy that they want. So Grandmother's House is here on Blu-ray. Again, they got the same. Again, a crossover Vinegar Syndrome. New Year's Evil's here. Evil. I love this film. I really do, actually. For those that are Happy Days fans, New Year's Evil, of course, has Pinky Tuscadero in it. She's kind of the star. 10 to Midnight on DVD. We got Moon and Scorpio. I love this cover. Here, this is not a very good film. I haven't seen it, I don't think, but I do love the cover. There's a Blu-ray for this one. Now, one neat thing that they do is that they put all the same features on it, whether it's like a Blu-ray or DVD. So you're getting the same features anyway. You got Schizoids, Christmas Evil, Terror Train. Kind of iffy on that Terror Train poster, I have to say. Hide and Go Shriek. The one I want most. Right here. Student Bodies. I love Student Bodies. One of my favorite movies. I watched this so many times growing up. Elmo P. Rad. So me and my friends we would reference this film a lot. We'd make a lot of Horsehead bookend jokes. You get to some people, Joel, they'll come online and they'll just at the beginning of this video here, as you were watching, you saw we had a troll come in a couple times. Just to be a bit of a jerk. So some people are really seriously get their hatred on, and it's not good. So that's why I do these videos, Joel, to get away from all that stuff. It's hard. I mean, Student Bodies, because I don't own it at this point, Matthew, and I do think it's an important film. I want to watch them, but I hear it's pretty harsh, man. But I definitely want to check it out. But Student Body is definitely one that I want to grab. Though I really love Blind Date, so the 4 parts of that documentary are really interesting to have for me. Nightmare Beach is in the town one, but it's also a slasher, so they put it in here. Bad Dreams, Popcorn, really really good one if you don't own it. It's Popcorn. Frightmare, also by Vinegar Syndrome. Alice, Sweet Alice, otherwise known as Communion, otherwise known as Holy. Yeah, it's got a bunch of titles, but most people know us at Alice, Sweet Alice. Luther the Geek, as you can see, they put out Happy Hell Night before. Put out Happy Hell Night. Intruder. If you don't have Intruder, I recommend this one, by the way, guys. Really fun little film. I really like this one. Prozzy is here. The First Power. There's another page. Look. There is not in stock, but there's the Scarecrow, the DVD. But what is in stock is the Blu-ray. We want the Blu-ray anyway. Drive-In Massacres are really fun when I got this one. Sleepaway Camp ones I got, of course. And of course, although it's not a Slasher Classics Collection edition, it is a slasher that they put out earlier, and it's Bloody Birthday, which is a good one, which has Michael Dudikoff in a role. They are into the 50s in the Slasher Classics collection, and I am soon going to need to get a drink. So we're going to look at the Italian collection next. Did you watch 30 Kinds yet? My spouse was so into 30 Kinds, Matthew, that if I hadn't watched it with her, the episodes when she wanted to watch them, she just said, we started watching this together, but I'm addicted. I need to see this. If you don't start watching with me, I'm going to watch it on my own, and then you're going to be behind. All right, so here we got Zombie Flesh Eaters 3. Of course, this has gotten released by Severin. Nightmare Beach has got released by Kino. Great release, too. Delirium. I really like this film. This is a warped film. It is a giallo film, but it is definitely a different giallo film. Have you watched any episodes? Because once you get to the first of 30 Kinds, it's hard not to get into, because it starts right from the beginning. So here we got Delirium, starring Serena Grande. That's her name. I didn't make it up. And no, she's not an adult actress. Her name is Serena Grande. She is gorgeous, though. Of course, it's got David Brandon in this one, George Eastman, Daria Nicolodi. The cover is eye-catching. Cinematic collector. Get a reversible sleeve. No features on here. But honestly, it's a really cool film. What makes this one really interesting is that Delirium is a film where we actually see through the killer's eyes. Like sometimes you'll see like Halloween or something, and we'll see through the killer's eyes. Oh, you can't hate subtitles. It's too good not to watch with subtitles. And you'll see like just the camera angle, right? You see the camera angle. But in this one, the killer sees horrific visions. And we see what the killer sees. So if the killer sees somebody, a person, a human, as a monstrous creature, we see the way the killer sees them. And that is really interesting, actually. We got Bruno Mattei's Rats, Night of Terror here as well. The Credible Eyeball. I definitely recommend this one. Only reason I haven't picked up this one yet is I'm wondering if like maybe Vinegar Syndrome are going to put this on one of their Forgotten Jelly sites. That's literally the only reason I haven't picked it up. Two Evil Eyes, of course, which is a Ramiro Argento joint. There is Amazonia, the Catherine Miles story. Navajo Joe. So as you can see, Delirium is a really cool film. The Mercenaries here in the Eye of the Hurricane, which if you're a Ramona Macabre person, you probably got this as a Fox with a Velvet Tail. Watch Me When I Kill, Django Kills. It is very reminiscent. I would say Delirium and Eyes of Laura Myers makes a good double feature, actually, Matthew. It's interesting. I mean, it's low budget Cinematheque, but I enjoyed Massacre in Dinosaur Valley. But it's not for everyone. Like it's a bit cannibalistic, but there's a bit of action. I got to rewatch it. I got it upstairs when Severin put it out. I haven't seen the 21 version, Dave, to be bluntly honest with you. Though I did like the original Stand. I remember watching it when it came on television. I was like glued to the screen every day that it was on. For me, it's going to be hard to beat the original because the cast was so spot on for me. Just give me 1 second here. Here, look at Beyond the Darkness for a second and look how cool this box is. Will I go and do something really quickly? Delirium did get another release. I actually got it originally from Media Blasters, but I'm pretty sure it has a release aside from that. I think Scorpion put it out. I'll be right back. I have returned. Now, bathroom break. No, actually, my voice is going, so I'm actually boiling the kettle to get some tea, Dave. So that's the truth of the matter there. Ones I recommend. Sync Status is pretty cool, actually. I like 2019 After Fall New York. Beyond the Darkness. Sitting Throughout the Fist is pretty cool. Karate Warrior, the Italian collection. What is this? How have I not seen this? Anthony Scott had some Manila for a chance to reconnect with his father, but as soon... Jared Martin? Oh, wow. I like Jared Martin. I'll check for you, actually. So, alternative longer version, Italian version, featuring remastered extensive cleanup, color correction, carried out in the UK. Karate... I'm actually interested in this one. Did I pass Massacre and None of Cervelli yet? I probably did and didn't realize it. But I will check for you. Where'd that accent come from? We got Green Inferno here, otherwise known as Cannibal Holocaust 2. Beatrice Sensei, which was originally one of their Indiegogo ones. There's Emmanuel the Last Cannibal, 11 Days, 11 Nights, Paranoia, Brothers Till We Die, A Black Veil for Lisa, A Blade in the Dark, The Devil's Honey. I always recommend this one here. Love The Devil's Honey. 7 Bloodstained Orchids, Macabre. That has a insane ending. Witchcraft, in other words, La Casa 4. I love the fact that they actually mentioned the La Casa films. And Beyond Darkness, La Casa 5. Killer Crocodile. They actually did a special edition of this one as well. And Killer Crocodile 2, which you can buy separately now. Initially, there was a box set for both of them. And one I'm interested in checking out right now is the Asia collection. Now, they started doing a lot of different, a lot of unique Shaw Brothers stuff. Like they alternated between horror and kind of like 70s, kind of like kung fu action. And then they started to really up their game. And they started to put out a bunch of Jackie Chan sets. So, right here, for instance, this is the Shaolin Woodman. It gets a limited 3,000 units, slipcase, poster, art cards, just tons of features. 2 audio commentaries. Rick Baker on Shaolin Woodman. How Trans Global bought Jackie Chan to Britain. Huge fan of what they're doing with these Jackie Chan releases. Here is the limited edition of Spiritual Kung Fu. Again, 4 double-sided art cards. First pressing only. Limited edition slipcase, first pressing only. And the photo poster. If there's anything that I'm going to collect, I think, in the near future, if I have the ability to do it, if I have the bones to do it, and I get my Vinegar Syndrome under straightened away, if I get that straightened away, then I think in the second half of the year, if I'm looking towards things that I may start to look into, it will be 88 Films releases. at this point, like I'm very impressed with these. You can see here the poster, which is a double-sided poster. You can see one side of the poster there. This is art cards here as well. Again, a ton of features on here. I'm surprising Rick Mars for some of the stuff, actually. 88 Films, Michael. It's just like people don't talk about them or showcase them enough. And it's something that I want to do in the future. Because some of the stuff they're putting out, like 88 Films and Umbrella are two companies that I think are flying under the radar of a lot of people, do genre companies. I don't think I remember mentioning. Did you mention 88 Films in the private video? If I did, I think I ranked them high. They were above Scream. I know that much. So this is a master. This is a Jet Li one. Very cool one. Again, you get like the poster, the art cards, like a really cool release. But they're also doing. Where's it at? It's not here yet. I'll show you afterwards. There's like one called The Young Master being done as well. Hero Shed No Tears, of course, is a John Woo film. Before Hard Boiled, before the killer, there was Heroes Shed No Tears. Unearthed Films. Actually, I'll look into them one of these days too. Master Cast had the guy from Golden Ninja actually on Friday. It was a really interesting video. I actually watched it. I'm going to redo it. All right, here we go. Arrow's number 1. Vinegar Syndrome 2, 88 Films 3, Severin 4, Scream 5. But you could actually switch 88 Films and Vinegar Syndrome around at certain points. But I'm going to go Arrow, Vinegar Syndrome, 88 Films, Severin, and Scream. Scream is definitely, they do some great stuff, but they're definitely like the 5th in that lineup. Then we got Fearless Hyena, which is actually a really good Jackie Chan film. Actually, I think I saw it in theater. Not originally, but like it came in theater in one place that I went. Operation Condor, or in other words, Armor of the Gods 2. Dragon Lord is here. Dragons Forever is a really good release, actually. Heart of the Dragon's cool. Heart Dragon's cool. Miracles, Canton, Godfire. Don't remember that one. The Protector. Okay, Jackie Chan film. If we're talking about are we talking about Jackie? Yeah, Jackie Chan one. Okay, make sure. Crime Stories, cool. To Kill with Intrigue. Shane and Crane, Art of Shaolin. Battle Creek Brawl. So if you like this stuff, I recommend that you 110% get Dynasty from Kino Lorber. The 3D release on that one is insane. And it is the first time ever, remember that 3D Film Archives has actually done a compatible 3D release. Every other 3D Film Archive release that was put out, you had to have a 3D TV for it. If you didn't, you were screwed because you couldn't watch the film. With this one here, they give you real 3D and AnalGIF 3D as well. See, I keep up on some things. All right, so we got Dragon Fist here, Sifa, I don't remember that one, Iris, Hansel and Gretel. Oh, yeah, it's actually cool. Gifted, Clan of the White Lotus. I like the older ones better, actually, myself. Date Diagram, Pole Fighter, Come Drink With Me. I love these titles of some of these films. Unnamed was such a great release, man. Vengeful Beauty, The Human Goddess. Spiritual Boxer is here. Black Magic 2, Dragon with Missile. That one's actually gone now. Not coming back either. Ghost Lovers, The Enchanted Ghost. Bewitched is one of the early releases. Bride from Hell. Here's The Young Master right here, limited edition. I think this is Oily Maniac is there, by the way, guys. But this is a really sexy release. Like, let's just. You did the Kickstarter. So your name is, yeah, that's right, your name is on there. I did not know there's a Kickstarter until actually. So this is Jackie Chan, The Young Master, which is, oh, thanks. I picked, Recently at Walmart, a bunch of new superhero comic book cover T-shirts came in, so I grabbed a couple of them, and you know why I'm doing one of them, because I'm doing a video, and it's taken a while, Chris. I do apologize, but unfortunately, it's been a busy time. And here is what you get. So just look at this one. Right here, we have a 2-disc set for the Young Master. 3 versions of the film. Original Hong Kong cut of the film. International cut of the film. Extended cut of the film. Rigid slipcase, that means a hardbox case. New artwork. 80-page book. Double-sided folded poster. 6 replica lobby cards. Incredible stuff. Those ones are. Ian knows his kung fu stuff. And I definitely want to get them all. I want the fancy ones first, Ian, because I want the fancy box sets. But look at this. Look at the features. Like these are the features for disc 1 and disc 2. Kind of blows me away. And thanks to Dynasty, I'm getting a brand new love for these type of films. As I mentioned before, there's Snake and Eagle Shadows right here. And of course, the new Fists of Fury. And I'll leave it on the new Fists of Fury for a second. So you can see the sexiness of this film as I go and grab my tea. Uh-huh. I so hope I'm still on the Kino list in August, man, because I definitely would get that. For those who don't know, I recently got some Kino releases from Kino. I was put on the list, you know, on a see how it goes type basis. Like a lot of them do. So fingers crossed, Kino likes what I do, and I keep being able to talk to you guys and showing you guys some of the amazing stuff that's being put out recently, because there are some great stuff coming out. I love to be on there for for Revenge of the Shogun Women, and of course for Basma. Oh, see, I would have loved to live to my dad's day, Kerry, when basically he would go to the theater to watch all these films. It's just such good stuff. Was there anyone here, like, in all honesty, that was unaware of like these releases that 88Films were doing? Like these bigger box sets for the Jackie Chan stuff. We're going to look into the JCVD stuff as well, by the way. So I don't think I forgot that. Not sure if that's under MGM Classics or not, or if I'm going to look. No, it's not under MGM Classics, but there's some great stuff under there. Including Avenging Force, which is kind of a sequel of sorts to Invasion USA. Let's just go to new releases, I guess, and that'll be the best way to find them. So as you can see, They're doing a standard edition of Street Fighter. They did a bigger edition before, and they got some of these cool ones as well. Steel Arena, Truck Stop Women, ones that actually are really interesting. So here we see we're going to start to see some of the Jean-Claude Van Damme releases that they're doing. Most of these have slipcovers, by the way, and a bunch of features. So, like even the cheesiest ones, like here's Double Team with Dennis Rodman, by the way. I actually enjoyed this. I'm more of a Jean-Claude Van Damme fan than I am some of the other ones. So these are kind of up my alley. So again, strictly limited to 3,000 units, numbered slipcase. So you're not only getting a slipcase, you're getting a numbered slipcase for this release. Booklet as well, a folded poster for this one. You get an A3 poster for this one here. It does come with an audio commentary. I want every single friggin' one of these Jean-Claude Van Damme releases. Maximum Risk, actually. Oh, Natasha's in it. Natasha Henstridge, from my area, actually. She lived down well, she was young when I used to go there, but from Daniels Harbor. You finally came back.
I was talking to Mom.
Okay, I'm gonna say after only what is that? She's returned after 81 minutes. The prodigal child is back. Love you. We're looking at 88Films. The Maximum Risk is actually a really fun one. 3,000 units again, limited slipcover, booklet, photoed A3 poster. I say booklet for Double Team. It couldn't be any worse than the person that had to write an essay for Armageddon for Criterion. Did you ever read that essay? It is so hilarious. Got an audio commentary here. Nowhere to Run. See, 88Films needs to have like a bundle or service like the same way it's like some other companies do. Because this is a company that I would go with. You do have a need for the JCVD ones. You have a serious need, Scott. Nowhere to Run is a really good one, though. Actually, this is one I really like. This is, I'm pretty sure, does it really? Yes, it does. Roseanne Arquette, yeah. I really like this movie. Again, it gets a slip box, it gets a numbered slipcase. Oh, crap. Art cards in this one here and a poster. This is one of his better films, and like one of his better acted films, and it has some great, some really great like action sequences in there as well. Seagal, I would get some of the Seagal. I wouldn't get all the Seagal. It would depend on what the Seagal is. If you want to know like some of the best Seagal to get, if it has 3 words in the title, that tends to be some of his best stuff. How many JCVD? Not enough. That's pretty true. They're trying to do the ultimate collection of JCVD titles. So we'll eventually get to see like a lot more. Knockoff is here. Rob Schneider. And it gets like I remember seeing this one in theater actually, guys. 3,000 units, numbered slipcase. It was a smaller theater. Did this actually make a real theater run, or did I see it in the theater that just showed it? 4 postcards as well. Pre-1995. What always blows my mind is that Seagal movie that came out, and this is one I did see. Like, I'm pretty sure I saw a theatrical of this one, and it had Michael Caine in it. And I'm a huge Michael Caine fan, so Michael Caine's the bad guy, and it's supposed to be an environmental film. So, and it's up in like I think it's up in the Arctic or somewhere like that, but there's these like evil oil companies. This is the evil oil company, and they're drilling oil. And, you know, anyway, so Seagal decides he's going to take down the oil company at the end of the film by blowing up their oil. Therefore, pretty much, you know, totally destroying the ecosystem for years to come. Knockoff is fun. One of the better films has Rob Schneider in it. I'll tell you that much right now. Universal Soldier: The Return. This one took me a while to get into. I was not a big fan of this one initially came out. I saw this one. I saw this one on DVD. No, on VHS when it originally came out. Because it had Bill Goldberg and Michael J. White. I'm a huge fan of Michael J. White. Of course, he's Black Dynamite, and he's Spawn as well. Of course, in the live action series. I was a huge like WCW fan at the time too. So. So this one is one to watch because much like a VSA release, guys, something to say right now is this one is strictly limited to 3,000 units with no standard edition repress to follow. Like no standard edition repress. So basically, like a VSA, when this title is gone, this title is gone. There's no unlimited slipcase version coming. And it's a booklet. You got 2 audio commentaries, a making of, a documentary, featurette. Actually, 88Films are doing some amazing stuff right now. The Jackie Chan releases that they're doing, the Jean-Claude Van Damme releases. Stuff like Spiritual Kung Fu coming out. Shaolin Wooden Men is actually, for me, it's a better release than Spiritual Kung Fu. But the work they're putting into these is incredible. That's one of the reasons I wanted to focus on this company today, is because it's blowing my mind that we're getting releases like this, and nobody is talking about it, or I rarely see anybody like mention this. Young Master is like a really good little Jackie Chan film, and the fact that they're putting it out with 3 different versions of the film, like a hard box, 80-page book, a double-sided poster, and 6 lobby cards, and they're doing that with most of Jackie Chan stuff, and they're putting out releases for Jean-Claude Van Damme with that. Like, as much as I love their Slasher Classics collection, and I like what's there, me and my better half recently watched Dynasty, like I mentioned before, and it definitely got me to want to watch more of these type of releases. They are fun. When I was watching Dynasty, like it's like one of those like turn your brain off and have fun with the type movies, because it is cheesy, silly fun. And who does not like cheesy, silly fun? Everybody does. Unless you're a communist. Truck Stop Women. I wanted to mention this one here. So they have 2 Mark Lester films out here. The guy that brought us Class of 1984, of course, among other films. And Truck Stop Women has the late Claudia Jennings from the Gatorbait films. Sadly, she passed early. But again, you're getting an okay with this one here, limited for the first run. Audio commentary with Kim Newman, audio commentary with Mark Lester as well. Interview with Mark Lester, featuring 2 classic original poster art options for the reversible sleeve, which they're slyly not showing us. They put out another Mark Lester film as well, though. I actually waited for Into the Badlands. I actually want to watch that. I know that it's a great show. I love Quinn Martin. This has been a Quinn Martin production. Chapter 2. Blaxploitation box will be amazing for them. Again, another limited edition O-card here as well. But I say the things to look for these releases here. Look at this. Look at the Urban Legends set. Look at that, like the box sets they're putting out with stuff like that. If you missed out on the original I Know It Did Last Summer trilogy, this is definitely a passable good one to have. As most of you know, I Know It Did Last Summer, extremely hard to get here in North America, like in a really good release. We've never gotten a good release of it. Just about Massacre in Dinosaur Valley, Enigma, Blade in the Dark, and Emmanuel and the Last Camel from the Last Chance section. Nice cinematheque. but also like their Asia releases, the JCVD releases. Definitely look into those. Strongly recommend those. Their Asia collection, just a ton of stuff. One of the things that I like to do on this channel, and it's very important to me actually, is I'll just go like wide for a second, is hope that I can actually show you guys some things that you may have missed out on initially. So that's one of the things that I hope to do with this channel. One thing I do want to do was show you what I got the other day, because I got a late birthday gift from my good friend Vanessa, and I have not showed that off yet. And it's right there, so I'll be right back. For those that don't know, there's a couple here. They're actually kind of cool. Oh, the Zoom call. Actually, yeah. Actually, the Zoom call, we're not talking about it right quite here, Matthew. Though we are talking about it on the next Patreon video. So, first off is the Rita Hayworth Ultimate Collection DVD edition. So, I initially got the Blu-ray edition of this from Mill Creek, and I did a review. It was one of my favorite releases. Those are my top box sets of last year. Actually, I really loved it. What I didn't know, however, when I got that, was that this release here, the DVD edition, actually had 4 extra films that was not on the Blu-ray edition of this set. And being a huge Rita Hayworth fan, when Vanessa said, "Hey, do you want the Rita Hayworth DVD section?" That's okay, man. Maybe to get more people to come into the Patreon. There's Girls Can Play, one that she did with George McKay, Charles Quigley here. She did a couple with Charles Quigley, actually, both here, about a bootlegger also runs a girls' softball team. It's a triple hitter of comedy, romance, and crime. Special Inspector with Charles Quigley again, and Rita Hayworth and George McKay. All working together again. U.S. Customs agent is given the task of bringing down a Canadian smuggling ring. That's what us Canadians are known for, our awesome smuggling rings that hijacks fur shipping trucks and takes the loot to San Francisco. Music in My Heart with Tony Martin, Rita Hayworth, Edith Fellows, and Alan Mowbray. And seriously, comic misunderstandings. The couple meets and falls in love for the first time, but will end up alone unless destiny calls. And the fourth one is, I think, The Lady in Question with Glenn Ford. And I'm a huge Glenn Ford fan. My dad was named after Glenn Ford. A father lets a woman recently acquitted on a murder charge move into his home, but the man's son starts committing small crimes for the woman. So this is the DVD edition of this one as well. There's a Blu-ray box set, which I recommend if you can. You got the bones to get them both. Get them both, because you're going to want some of these on Blu-ray. But look at the artwork on this. Look how stunning. Well, Rita Hayworth is stunning. But much like the Blu-ray set, the DVD too also has gorgeous looking cases, like discs. So if you have the Blu-ray set and you really enjoyed it and you love Rita Hayworth, hope you liked it, John. And keep an eye out, because when this one goes on sale, there's 4 extra Rita Hayworth films here to check out on this set. Just get it at the right price. And I want to thank Vanessa for that. Also, one of the things you guys know is I'm trying to collect all of the Indicator box sets. I have all but 4 Indicator box sets at this present time. I need 1 more of the Hammer sets, and I need the 3 Columbia Film Noir collections. And then I got them all until the new Hammer set comes out. So I was gifted this Indicator release by Vanessa, and it is John Ford at Columbia. What are the years again? From 1935 to 1958. These are not Westerns. They're different John Ford films. I like that fact. There's The Whole Town's Talking, The Long Gray Line, Gideon's Day, and The Last Hurrah. So we're going to look at these in a second. This is number 309, so it's an early numbered release of the of the films of the 6,000 films, 6,000 films, 6,000 box sets. You can see the artwork right here. I'm guessing, so it looks pretty Canadian. This one looks pretty Canadian right here. So right here, and there are the features. If you're watching this and it's not live, you can pause this. As always, there is, thank you, Dave. If you haven't already, please slap the like button, subscribe, or ring the bell for alerts. Do all that jazzy stuff. There is a donation link down below. If you want to help out my channel, you can really help out my channel through likes and donations, especially right now. I'm doing a donation drive till the end of till May, till pretty much the end of May. So anything you can, anytime you can help, I would truly appreciate it. The first one here stars Edward G. Robinson and The Whole Town's Talking. You got good old Edward G. right there. I'm a huge Edward G. Robinson fan. Really love his stuff. Feature-wise on here, we have it's a 4K restoration, original mono audio. There's a video essay by Ted Gallagher on John Ford himself and his movies. Leonard Maltin, like The Whole Town's Talking, appreciation on here. A trip inside Ford country. A new appreciation by academic and film historian Sheldon Hall. No Rules But Our Own. Talking about the career and life of actress Jean Arthur. The Lux Radio Theater adaptation of The Whole Town's Talking, which starred Jim Jordan and Marianne Jordan. Not that Jim Jordan, so you can watch it. Image gallery and a 38-page booklet on the inside right here. And is there alternate artwork? Is there? Well, we find out. There is, and it's pretty much right there. Thank you, John. The Long Gray Line, John Ford. It is, oh, cool, Tyrone Power. So it's Maureen Harrow and Tyrone Power. Feature-wise on this one, we get another video essay by Ted Gallagher called Living and Dead. There is an audio commentary with Diane Drum, Glenn Kenny, and Ferris Smith-Nairn. Hey there, Northern Lights. It has its 2 Criterion sets of Spartacus for $19.99. Is it worth it, or just stick with the Blu-ray I already have? I think that should. We'll look into it actually at Northern Lights. I'll check it out in a second. It is. Everything is appreciated, John, to be honest with you. There is a ton of stuff on here. The red, white, and blue line, rare promotional film for the U.S. Treasury Department. I love these promo films. These like things. Gideon's Day, which has another title, actually. I'm pretty sure it does. We got like a bunch of features on, including a 91-minute interview with Freddie Young. It's a BHP interview. Archival audio interview made as part of the British History Entertainment History Project, featuring celebrated cinematographer and conversation Alan Lawson and Roy Fowler. Milk and Sugar, 10-minute video essay by Ted Gallagher. Meet the Wife continuity supervisor Elaine. Recollects her time in the film. Malton on Gideon's Day. A Day to Remember. Just some really cool stuff. Hey there, CR. Welcome. Yeah, Gideon of Scotland Yard. That's the title I know it under. So we'll show you the alternate art here. Gideon of Scotland Yard right there. Of course, all these have big booklets. Doing pretty good so far, though I think I'm losing my voice. So we're almost finished the video. And then there is Hurrah with Spencer Tracy. Not just Spencer Tracy, Jeffrey Hunter, Diane Foster, Pat O'Brien, Basil Rathbone, Donald Crisp, James Gleason, Jane Darwin, John Carradine, Frank McHugh, Edward Brophy, Ricardo Cortez, Wallace Ford. What a freaking cast, man. What a cast. Again, Ted Gallagher, of course, Leonard Maltin on here, Super 8 version of the film, 20-minute version. Limited edition 32-page booklet, a ton of stuff, and wow. So thank you so much, Vanessa. I will truly treasure these. You have gone to a good home. I can tell you that much right now, because I I actually really enjoyed WrestleMania Night One, especially, and this is going to shock. I'm shocked. I'm going to say this. Holy crap! Did Bad Bunny ever do a good job? And did he ever do a great job of making them look good in there? But as good as they can make them look, they can only do that if the person that they're going in there with is willing to take the time to go in and train and work hard with the wrestlers. Most celebrity matches don't do that good of a job because they go on the fact that they're celebrities and they do very little. Bad Bunny raised the bar for anybody that's going to come in as a celebrity and think that they can slack off during a WWE match. That move on the outside, I think Matt actually mentioned it during in the Twitter. It was nuts. It was nuts. Yeah, when he hit that destroyer on the outside, that blew me away. I couldn't believe that he did that. He's going all Petey Williams on us. For those that know, look at Petey Williams and the Canadian Destroyer. You see what I mean? Best move in wrestling. And it's got the word Canadian in it too, so it's even better. I always do this because every once in a while I want to do something that's going to make my better half roll her eyes. And she rolled her eyes almost back into her head just like me when I said that. But we're excited about night 2. I wonder how it's going to go. I like the cage match as well, which is really good. Anybody here watch WrestleMania, by the way? Just got to watching Laura Myers. Nice. Great release, man. I love Eyes Laura Myers. And I think there we go for Sunday evening. We have done here. Oh, road games. Oh, wait a minute. I was going to look up night 2 matches. Obviously, the Reigns one. I think it's going to be good. I got to look into what night 2 is going to have because there's a lot of on night 1 that I was really looking forward to. So when it comes to night 2, I'm not quite sure yet. I got to look up. I have not been following what matches are going there. So you said they had the Criterion version of Spartacus, right? And was it the Blu-ray edition or the DVD? Is there a Blu-ray edition of Spartacus for Criterion? There isn't, is there? So what you're missing out by not having the Criterion edition of Spartacus, Northern Lights, and I think it's DVD only. You're that's correct. Open package. So what you're missing out is that. So if you watch the movie, for instance, called Trumbo, on Dalton Trumbo, with I think it's Bryan Cranston, right? Which is really good film. So Dalton Trumbo does a commentary on the Criterion edition, and there is a documentary on the Blacklist, on the Hollywood 10 Blacklist. I love the entrance. It was old school. It reminded me, and Bad Bunny is a wrestling fan, and it's obvious. So what I got out of that entrance is so I would recommend picking it up if it's not too expensive. They're Northern Lights. It's definitely worth getting because the Hollywood 10 is a really interesting story. I was a big fan of WCW, and WCW back in its day had THQ and Aki, and what that meant is they had the better video games for a time period. So what happened? There was one game called WCW NWO Revenge, And if you play the game WCW NWO Revenge, it was a N64 release. That's what I played on. I think I might have got a PlayStation release as well. The beginning of it actually shows, I think it's Hogan in a big Mack truck. Like, yeah, we actually said it, Triple H, like riding down the road in this big truck. And then we see like Sting in the middle of the road with his bat, like kind of like facing on the truck. So I'm not quite sure if it was on purpose or not, but it was very reminiscent. Like it was very much a Triple H over the top like entrance, but it was very reminiscent of the WCW NWO Revenge opening from the Nintendo 64 days. So if anybody wondered if my geekiness crosses over a past films, yes it does. It goes into wrestling, video games, and comics as well, and music, especially soundtracks. So it's hard when you're me and you collect a ton of stuff, and you just got to focus on like one or two things. But yeah, I'm a hardcore geek. All right, so there we go, guys. We looked at the 7 releases. We actually took a request and looked into the Eurocrypt from Severin as well. What looks like a really great release. We took a big look at 88Films today. And yeah, there's a company that I would like to work with. So if you really like this video, here's something. If you really like this video and you are a social media person, the rain was dangerous, man. The manual stuff was insane. I was worried she's going to get hurt. But if you want to let the companies know that I'm actually supporting them, tweet out like a mention to 88Films and me. Let them know that you saw this video talking about 88Films and their releases. And who knows, maybe in the future I'll actually get to work with 88Films. I would love to work with them and stuff that they're doing. But that can only happen, one, through like reaching out to them and having them know that actually people watch these videos and like some of the stuff that I put out there. So if you're a Twitter person, tweet 88Films that you found out about some releases through me, and it'll be greatly appreciated. There you go. That's one way you can help the channel today. I am Aaron. If you're new here, hit that like button on the video. If you're not new here and you haven't hit that like button, shame on you. If you're that one person that hit that dislike button, thank you for letting me live rent-free in your head as the seething hatred builds up and you have to come in every time to hit that dislike button because you're that type of person. Oh, yeah. I am Aaron. Thank you so much for coming in today and joining me. I hope if you guys watch WrestleMania 2, I will see your comments there on Twitter. I always look. I know Matthew comments on Twitter, and I will talk to you then. See you soon, guys. Same call time, same call channel. I got to drink my tea. My voice is going. Talk to you later.